And a very good evening to all my viewers out there. It is right now Thursday, May 28th, 2020. It's approximately 8:07 p.m. And we are here near the old port of Montreal on the corner of Wellington and Murray Street. And we're going to be doing a little walking video tonight from here probably to the old port area. And there's downtown Montreal, you can see from here. And we're in the middle of a heat wave, but look at that sky. We're definitely in the midst of a chance of a thunderstorm or two, I'd say. And we're going to do a little walking video, like I said, towards the old port, and we'll head in overall today the east direction, but for now we're going to walk this way over the Wellington Street Bridge. And as you can see, a lot of development going on in this area. This used to be known, I believe, as Griffintown. Still is, but it's definitely changed over the years. There's the old Wellington Street Tunnel right there. And the Wellington Street Tunnel basically went under the Lachine Canal. And it was replaced by the Wellington Street Bridge, which you see right here. So what we're going to do, we're going to cross here carefully. And we're going to basically end up right where the Lachine Canal is. And we have some rain falling right now, a nice gentle shower, nothing major, which is pretty comforting, seeing that this heat wave has been going on for 2 days now. And you'll get to see also the new light rail project being built, the progress. And you'll get to see the old train bridge as well coming up. And I did a walking video in this area a couple of times, but hey, it's always good to refilm, as I say. We'll cross here carefully. And my flash is actually on. There we go, it's off now. Alright, so we'll head through here, and that'll take us to the main path that I want to be on. And this old building you're going to see coming up here, I think was the old switch station for this bridge that you're going to see as well. You can kind of see it there through the trees. And look at those leaves, beautiful green. Oh, hear a response. Try to film that for a second. Oh, it looks like an ambulance responding. For all my emergency viewer fans, include that in my video. So yeah, as I was saying earlier, that light rail project is coming along quite well. And you're going to see it here in a moment, because we're going to be walking right underneath it. And there's the old train bridge right there. Beautiful relic of the past. And if you remember my previous video, you'll see that this bridge used to pivot around. If you look in the middle there, there's a joint, and it used to spin around like this, depending on what was going by. If there was a train going by, it would let the trains by, and if there was a ship coming by, well, it would swing over to let the ships by. What a beautiful piece of history. And if you're ever wondering what the Lachine Canal looks like when it's empty, you're about to see. Now what they do every winter is they drain the canal out, lower the water levels. Not really sure why, maybe to control the ice. But because there's not much this year in terms of recreation on the canal, boating and all that, for now anyways, they've let the water level remain exceptionally low. and just how low what you're about to see. By the way, there's the new light train line right there, coming along nicely, and this connects to downtown in this direction, the north direction. And there's the old building that I was referring to. I think this was basically, it says CN Wellington, so this was part of the train bridge, I think, that we just seen. And of course we have train lines here as well. Very old bridge. This one's still in use. Maybe we'll even catch a train going by, who knows. Alright, so here, if you're ever wondering what the Lachine Canal looks like without water in it, well, there's your answer right there. Look at that. This is the Peel Basin, and it's completely dried out. Normally this would be full of water, but like I said, because the water level's drained and it's low, kind of like a drought has hit it. But anytime they want to raise the water levels, I assume they can. You just have to open a couple of locks, pull some levers. So we are now heading towards the old port of Montreal. There's the Five Roses building directly ahead. That's the Bonaventure Expressway, I believe. And that's where you'll see your South Shore buses go by, your 45, your 90. And yeah, that basically leads right downtown, right where Bonaventure is. Oh, look at that. Looks like drought in the desert. Amazing. That gives you an idea just how deep the canal goes, you know, when there's water in it. You see a lot of construction going on here. Still, it's been like this for at least a decade or two. So what I think I'll do is, because my last walking video that I did here, I actually went right to the old port. We'll head to the old port, but we'll take some side streets. We'll take some side streets through this neighborhood, show you some old buildings. There's a bus that's a bus going to Nuns Island, I believe, Ile de Sor. So what we'll do here, because this is Rue de la Commune coming up, and we'll go right to this next street here, and I'll walk straight ahead. Who knows what we'll see? Maybe some old vehicles, some old buildings, definitely some old buildings. So this is Rue de la Commune and Brandon Street. So what we're going to do now is we're going to cross here. We'll have to go over this barricade, which is not really conveniently placed, but we made it. Oh, there's one of those temporary traffic lights. Yeah, so we'll go down this street here. There's an example there of an old building, an old industrial building, which was typical back in the day, and it's been converted probably to, could still be an industrial building, could be commercial, it could be residential. train line up there. And it's like we got a beautiful sunset starting. Like I said, this heat wave has brought us temperatures in the upper 30s with the humidex involved. There's another old building. This is Rue Anne or Anne Street. So I'll tell you what we'll do. Instead of going to the old port, maybe we'll just cut through some of these side streets here and head towards downtown Montreal. Why not? Change it up a bit. Maybe we'll wrap her up at Place Bonaventure, maybe 1000 de la Gauchetière. And we are now coming up to Wellington Street. You're going to see a really nice old building coming up here, which I think it's called New City Gas, I believe. It's like a concert hall type venue. But it's definitely a beautiful old building, and definitely was industrial at one point. And this is the corner of Anne and Wellington Street. So we'll cross here. Yeah, that old street sign. That's old. Another old building here. Yeah, so look at the size of this old industrial building. They have those old chimneys there as well. Something you'd probably see in a Western movie. Yeah, beautiful structure, this one. I think this is New City Gas. I could be wrong. Might actually be a bunch of lofts or apartment buildings now. Looks like the rain's holding off for now. And that building straight ahead, by the way, is the largest building here in Montreal. The tallest building. And yeah, we're now on Ottawa Street, named after, of course, our national capital, Ottawa, city of Ottawa. Just down the St. Lawrence River, heading west. Look at this beautiful view here of the city skyline. So we'll walk here, and like I said, we'll wrap her up at Bonaventure. Maybe another 10 minutes of video. There's Place Ville Marie straight ahead. And while I'm doing this walking video, I'm occasionally glancing at the sky looking for some lightning strikes. There's no storms forecast for tonight, but tomorrow there is. But I got a feeling there could be one developed tonight later on. Just my intuition. I'll go on the sidewalk here. Has that sort of calm before the storm feel to it. Makes sense. Nice view there of the train line. To our east, there's the Montreal Stock Exchange building. That one right there. And right below that is Square Victoria Metro Station, by the way. Alright, so we'll keep walking here. And we are now coming up to William Street. It's called William Street. Some more construction going on down there. Who knows what they're building here. Now, it'd be nice if they constructed a new park once in a while. But speaking of which, I know there's in the West End, the West Island of Montreal, they're going to be building a very large park. I think they're going to be combining a bunch of nature parks, some farmland, vacant farmland, and putting it together to form I think the biggest park in Montreal. So again, we're now heading north. Keep an eye on that sky. There's CN headquarters straight ahead. Our freight rail line. And yeah, we'll head down here. Another old building converted into a modern facility. And we are coming up now to Notre Dame Street, Notre Dame. There you can see the Sun Life building straight ahead, beside the CN building. And slowly we get to see more of the downtown core here as we walk. There's a 35 Griffintown bus. Which starts at Place Saint-Henri Metro and ends at Place des Arts Metro, I believe. Decent bus ride. There's the Hotel Bonaventure right there. Very interesting sky. Alright, so yeah, we've basically had a little bit of a dead end here, so we have to go around this way. I think this is reserved for buses, this. That building straight ahead, that big brown building, I think was a brewery at one point. And I know some YouTubers that did some urban exploration in there, urbex. Alright, so we'll turn here. Not really sure where this takes us, to be honest. I've never come down this street before. Oh, there's a South Shore bus right there. Okay, so it takes us down this way. Street lights just came on. Okay, so what we'll do, we'll wrap her up here in another 5 minutes or so. But, you know, that was a bit of an interesting walk. I got to see some old buildings. So looks like an old parking garage or parking lot attendance booth. By the way, this street here, I believe, is Saint Antoine. I could be wrong, but or is it Saint Jacques Street? Yes, this is Saint Jacques. All right, so here, what we're gonna do, we're gonna wrap her up, and here we're on the corner of Rue de la Cathedral. And yeah, as always, thank you all for watching, and more videos to come. Have a good night, everybody.